Start off by saying welcome to 2019. Let's take over this motherfucker, okay? Mental health is how well you're in tune with your star player type stuff. How well you're in tune with yourself. Like you're able to handle stressful situations, handle stress, handle your thinking, all of that stuff, and not to be like spazzing out all the time over random stuff. So imagine a successful black woman in this real world, surviving, not having any like real emotional breakdowns in public, understanding her self-worth to a certain extent, wanting to be happy and energetic all of the time, wanting to just spread love, wanting to do good by others, not necessarily taking care of herself as much as she take care of others, but that's okay, because helping others, makes her happy. So that's the future, and let's take it back. Imagine witnessing, domestic violence in the home and having to deal with that. I feel like that's a traumatic situation because you're seeing stuff, you're hearing stuff, and you know that it's not normal. You have friends who are on the outside, and of course their families have it together. Their parents are happily married. They don't have the police coming out to the house, none of that stuff. The family members are getting along, all of that stuff. So just imagine, her wanting to succeed in everything, especially in high school, because that's when it started to get bad. Just wanting to do good, be on the honor roll, pick up every sport possible, just because she didn't have to witness any of that anymore. If you stay outside of the home, you don't have to worry about none of that. You'll be fine. You'll be protected outside of the home. You won't feel like your father is maybe one day come in and kill you. So she stuffs a knife under her mattress to protect herself, as well as if he gets too close, to just end it all on herself, just because. Just imagine, just for that, I don't even remember how long it was, so now you know it's me. I don't even know how long it was where I felt suicidal. I did. Like, I was going through so much stuff, and I remember this started up in 2nd grade where I'm just like, this is not normal. But I never really got any help for it, like professional help. All I did was, I did have great people outside of the home, so I made sure, like I said, I played sports, I did other things. I was so scared to go away to college and leave my siblings at home. And even now, I'm just like, I still try to protect them, and I know it's not my duty. So, mental health is real, y'all. And if you're going through a situation where you're a parent and you know that you have these issues, I feel like you should get help, because it trickles down to your kids. And you may not think it does, but it does. Like, if you're dealing with someone who never got the help that they got, and they put all of that on you, and you're just like, why? I never asked to be here. I did not ask to be here at all. If I don't have to be here, I won't be here type stuff. But mental health is so real. And mental illnesses are so real as well. And that comes from traumatic situations. So if you see, someone throwing a fit, they're just acting out, all of this stuff is that. Like, I feel like it's very important for the black community, because we already have this stigma on ourselves. It's not even on ourselves. Well, yeah, that too. And from society, where it's like, oh, this person is like this because they're black. No, we've been through traumatic situations. We see plenty of things, and we feel like we're weak. Especially, I'm not even gonna say with me, I just say with me too. We just feel like we're weak. So to go get professional help and to be able to talk to someone, I don't want to get prescribed medication. I don't want to get addicted to anything like that. Like, I just know that sometimes that I'm feeling, like I said, I try to keep myself in a positive mindset a lot of times because I don't want to make it seem like I don't have it together. I do have it together to a certain extent. I would love to have get more help, you know, to be able to professionally speak with someone, all of this stuff. I would. And I'm looking more into it to get, you know, to get the help that I possibly need to meet any underlying needs, because I don't have the best relationship with my father now. I don't. And it's because of that. And I would not want to, well, I'm getting there in age, so I need to be having kids ASAP. But I would not want to get to a point where my husband can't be my father because we don't get along, or my kids can't be my father because we don't get along. Like, I never want to go in life and go through that. I don't. But I also feel like it's not solely on me as well. So I just want to be able to talk to someone so that I can eventually sit down and have a talk and all of that stuff. Because certain people deal with certain things in certain ways. I want to go get professional help slowly, like on my own terms. Like, I don't want to use drugs to help cope with the stuff. I don't want to use alcohol to cope with it, whatever it is. I do get stressed out, and that's just with life, including work, all of that stuff. So I just want to tell you all about the importance of understanding mental health, especially, like I said, as parents. And you want to make sure that you bring your children up in the world and let them know the real deal Holyfield, because most of the time it's not going to be, you know, butterflies and cotton candy and sweet all the time. And especially with blacks, mental health is definitely important. Making sure that you take the time out for yourself, and because if you can't successfully be good and take care of yourself, you can't help others at all. So I'm learning that slowly but surely, and I do have to take a step back, you know, a lot, to understand that. Another thing, it says, so I'm going down this like podcast list of things. It says, why do we carry our parents' problems into adulthood? I believe most of the time is because we don't necessarily have that guidance, I want to say. And I'm the oldest, so of course I'm not a boy, but I also had to take on those roles. So I made sure, but he made sure that I was very responsible. So like, I had a bank account at a young age. Like, I knew about all of this stuff. Like, I'm talking about military, like fold towels like this, do this, blah, 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 all of this. Like, I know all of that. So now I have, like, I'm not going to say it's OCD, but that was structured in me, where it was like, you need to do this, like this, like this, like this. And I'm not going to diagnose myself, but I do have like tendencies of OCD when it comes to like cleaning, all of this stuff, wanting to have stuff perfect. And if it isn't perfect, I'll lose it. And that's with friendships, relationships, all of that stuff. And I feel like that's why, is because I've never had to sit down with any, you know, adult in my life where it was like, okay, this is why we did stuff this way, this is what I went through, all of this stuff. So it's like, I grew up around people, and I'm just like, most of the time I don't want to be like them, so I do the opposite. So yes, I do look like, oh my gosh, he's bougie. I remember I had a couple people tell me that I was bougie, especially when I went away to college. Like, okay, sorry for me trying to better myself and all of this stuff, and y'all still stuck in the fucking hood type stuff. So I did take offense to that. But I believe that that conversation isn't there. The healing that our parents, needed, they didn't get it. So it's like they put that on us when we get older. So it's like I'm trying to pick up the pieces. And I feel like it's my due diligence to do that because I'm brought in this world for a reason, and that's definitely to help my people out. And I know it's not solely on me. I don't know why I'm so emotional. My period must be finna start. But I just feel like that's why we don't have these conversations. Like, I would love to have had more one-on-one talks with my family, like my immediate family especially. And more I love yous and all of that stuff and what they went through and how to avoid that. But it's like most of the time, whatever I see or I've seen, I try not to be like that at all. And some may view me differently, and I really don't give a fuck no more. I really don't, because I'm just trying to make it in this world. Like, things have changed a lot. But I think it's just because we don't have that conversation with our families anymore. They didn't get the help that they needed, so it's like they're just, winging it every day. And then you throw kids in the mix on top of issues that you're possibly having. So it's like, that can be difficult. So it's a learning process, and you just hope and pray that your kids don't take after you and all that stuff, and that they do better. Sometimes it happens, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I feel like that's my take. I don't know if I fully gave a great reasoning behind it. I don't. But yeah. So I think from that topic goes into so this on here says why we teach our kids to go to college and to get an education but don't teach them ownership. Once again, so I am, besides my uncle, the first one in my family to go to college and to get a college degree. So, of course, if society's telling you, hey, this is what the process is, this is what you need to do, all of this stuff. So, I'm in high school. I'm like, all I know is I don't want to continue to stay in the house. I want to get out. I'm already doing sports. What else do I need to do? So the next step when you're a senior and junior and senior is, okay, college tours, all of this stuff. So I did get, guidance from like peers, not peers, not their asses, from like coaches, my guidance counselor, all of that stuff. Like, college is important, blah, 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 all this stuff. So I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna go to college. When I get to college, it was a different experience because I went to a private college in the boonies. Yeah, so I did a lot of things on my own, and I may have just turned 18. I was like 17 or 18. I'm filling out, of course, college applications. It wasn't difficult. I talked to my counselor. She helped me out with that. But I'm filling out, like, loan paper information, taking out loans. I remember I went to a private school in Indiana, and I still had to take out like $2,000 extra because I was at a private school, and I didn't know nothing about that. I just knew that I was going to go play sports, and I got picked up at this college. So I'm just like, okay. So I'm filling out information. I'm struggling. I'm still working, like, even on the basketball team, all of this stuff. I'm still working. I don't have a car, so I'm walking to my job to help because I was doing teaching during the time. So I'm still, making ends meet. Auntie Num was sending me care packages. My mother was sending me money every once in a while when she can, all of this stuff. So I'm playing sports, trying to stay on top of my grades, all of this stuff, which I began to fail. I began to get stressed out because I didn't know what was going on at all. I had no, like, instruction on, okay, this is what you need to do in college, blah, 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 all this stuff. Any of that. So of course you're taking on, if your parents aren't aware of certain stuff and society is telling you this is what the real deal is and this is what you need to do, it's like, okay, I'm just going to jump into the line of society and follow suit just like everybody else. So yeah, but now that the older that I get and that I see stuff, I'm out of college now, I'm into my career, all of this stuff, I see that I be telling my little sister now, my youngest sister, even me, with this everything, like, pick up a trade, figure something out that you want to succeed in, that's not gonna feel like a job to you, and start it now. So I feel like the experiences help you guide other people that are after you to succeed in life, because like I said, I didn't know anything about ownership, none of that stuff. And then you get older, and you start to see like, dang, I wish I would have known this back then. I would have invested in this, blah, blah, all this stuff. No, we don't get taught that at all. So I'm just really on this thing where I'm just like, look, I want to succeed in life, in my career, as well as side hustle. So I pick up whatever it is. I done had about 60, 100, I didn't even know, yeah, 60, 100. I done picked up so many like side hustles to try to, maneuver and figure out things. Just because even with my godson, he's so young now, but I definitely want to make sure that I'm an important role in his life to help him, like, teach him, like, look, you don't have to go to college. College is not for everyone, and people don't tell people that. And these kids, I always tell these kids now, pick up a trade and, like, master that, and you'll be great. You can own plenty of things, when you get older. So I think that's what it is. Our parents not having that. Alright, so to finish things off, I just want to say thank you for, setting aside your time and seeing how I came from, struggles up until whatever I am right now, however you view me. But like I said, mental health awareness is definitely important. If you feel like something's not right, or you have some underlying needs from the past, please get it taken care of. And that's just me documenting this to help myself out as well. So I appreciate you all tuning in to little old Meek life. And I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, and let me know if you have done like therapy. What is your coping mechanisms to help out with your stress, and making sure that you check on your mental health? Because if you're not mentally there, you can't do anything successfully. I'm telling you this now, you cannot. So that's why I do a lot of random stuff. And yes, I make sure I get my sleep. I make sure I eat a decent diet, or blah blah blah, whatever. I still snack. And just taking time for myself and breathing and appreciating stuff, trying not to complain about things, because things could be way worse than we make things. So I appreciate you all. I love you, and I can't wait to see you all for next time.